Hello, everyone. My name is Josh, and this is the Skype for Business recap. Yeah, this is take 3. Alright, and I'm making sure my mic is actually on. I just did my previous take. Actually, this is probably take 4 or 5 at this point, but my previous take, 15 minutes, almost on the dot. Thought it went smooth and beautiful and all that, and I listened to it, and I had my mic muted for the whole thing. The whole thing. So anyway, here we are. Mike's not muted now. Actually getting through this. Things are already different as it is. I'm late today. This is not my normal environment. We're traveling. I'm in Central Texas and trying to stay out of the rain, stay away from the floods. It's just coming down in torrents here. Drought one year, floods the next. It's crazy. But anyway, trying to stay dry. And out of my element, and it's just been super busy with some of the personal family things we're attending to here in town, and so wasn't able to get it out this morning. Still trying to crank it out by the end of Friday, so we'll see how I do on that, if I have 15 more takes or if I can actually get this thing done. Next Friday should be similar deal. Probably not this room, but probably still not back at my regular office yet. We'll see how everything goes, though. Things are kind of play it by ear at this point. So, but it has been a very busy week in the community. A lot of really cool things going on. A lot of new community initiatives and just some cool innovation happening out there. I've got a few more items than I normally have to talk about, just because there's that much going on. So let me dig right into that so that I don't run myself out of time here. And let's without yapping too much more, let's jump over to the Infinity screen and then boom, right on into the browser. So first, okay, we're going to start on a light note here. Had a tweet out there from Tom Morgan, who is an Office Servers and Services MVP, really brilliant dev, works over at Modality Systems. Thanks to all who voted in my Skype for Business poll. Yes, Twitter does polls, and it's pretty cool. The winner was Mad Skype for B Robotics Idea. So I'm really excited to see what on earth this could be. Very cool, intriguing title. So looking forward to it, Tom. However, after the polls had closed, some of our very serious and non-sarcastic community members, MVPs as well, came forward with some more great ideas. And I love these ideas. And if you haven't caught on to it, I myself am being sarcastic at this point. Anyway, just added an element of lightheartedness to things. But first off, Ken Lasko, who, if it is any indication of his lack of sarcasm, his profile picture is the Hoff. So, classic. He says, "Can you make a robot that will find a Skype for Business user and hit them whenever someone uses the punch emoticon?" Great idea, and I've only thought of this about 50 times before. This is just such a natural fit, Ken. So thank you for saying what needed to be said there. As Tom points out, however, there may be some legal concerns about putting such an app out there, or such a use case out there. So probably not going to move forward on that idea. Anthony Carrigal comes out and says, and I love this. This was the one that I was just like, I got to share this conversation. What about a urinal bot that you IM and it drives under your desk so you don't have to get up? Now, I'm sure all sorts of visuals are going through your mind, and if you're like me, you realize this is going to be a huge bump to productivity. That's great. However, maybe only for about half of the workforce. This kind of solves the whole needing to get up to go to the bathroom problem that the male side of the species has, but still doesn't quite solve things for the female side. So, great idea nonetheless, Anthony. Thanks for throwing it out there. This was the highlight of my day the other day. So, good stuff, guys. All right, let's move on to some more serious stuff here. Rodolfo Castro, another Office Servers and Services MVP, has put out a script, or an update, version 2, to a script for automatic certificate renewal for Skype for Business. And this is awesome. There are several variables that you have to configure. And really what you do is you go and set these variables pointing to your internal CA. We're talking about upgrading certificates on your front end, okay? That assuming they're using internal, privately issued certificates, not public-facing certificates. So we're going to point our variables at our CA, put a username and password in there, put a friendly name, and then we're going to say how many days a cert should be from expiration before we actually automatically renew it. So what the goal here, as he points out, is you are going to create a scheduled task with this PS1 file that runs maybe once a week, on the weekend or something, and it looks for expiring certs on all your front ends. If it finds one that's going to expire within however many days you configure, it automatically renews it for you. Very sweet, very handy. So if you're looking for something similar to this to help ease your manual duties and operations for maintaining the environment, check out his script. Give it a try. He's got a download out of Dropbox there. Right down here a little bit, I think. Yep, here we go. And then he was awesome enough to put all this in Spanish for us as well. So, good stuff. Thank you, Rodolfo. Very excellent contribution. Tom Morgan. Not Tom Morgan. We already talked about Tom Morgan. Tom Arbuthnot, another Office Servers and Services MVP from Modality Systems, though. He put out a quick blog post saying that he was excited about Modality Systems winning the Microsoft Communications Partner of the Year 2016 award. Very big congrats, dude, there, Modality. That is a really big achievement. That takes the cake in this industry, as far as communications go. And if we go over to the actual partner page, we can see all the different categories here: Alliance Awards, Citizenship Awards, Competency-Based Awards, and this is where we see the communications here. There's other ones, Cloud Productivity, there's a whole slew of them, actually. But communications is what we're primarily concerned about here. Modality Systems was our winner. And let's not forget about our finalists. We had Accenture, Avanade, and Nectar Services Corp, and then Proj Software. All of you guys, huge round of applause, but big congrats to Modality Systems on snagging that award. Very, very cool stuff. All right, moving on. There are some new user groups popping up across the European continent, and this is very exciting. There's one in the UK. There might be more, but I know of at least one. Of course, we have several throughout the US and some in Canada. And they are hugely valuable assets to the community. These get-togethers, ability to network and learn about not only new developments in the Microsoft products, but then hearing from vendors on products that work with and enhance the whole communications and collaborations experience. So I'm glad to see that they're launching a couple in the UK, in the European countries here. This first one is a bilingual Italian-English group. Skype meeting broadcast coming soon here. We've got events, and then sponsors. And then under About, we've got a speaker section, and we can see who this is being put on by. Luca Vitali and Fab, two very active members of the community. Thank you guys for starting this initiative. I hope nothing but good things come from this, and I hope you trailblaze for other strong members of the community in different countries throughout Europe that may be eyeing up doing the same thing locally there. One other place where it already is being done, Germany. The first Skype for Business user group in Germany is being launched this month. The men behind that, we have our founder of it, Mostafa Al-Tohami. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I hear that I'm getting better at pronunciations from Greg Sheridan. Let me know I pronounced the last guy's name correctly that I thought I butchered. So maybe I got yours correctly too. Anyway, Mostafa is known as the Link Dude in social circles. Very cool guy, very credentialed guy. And then we've got Thomas Poet, a 4-time Microsoft Skype for Business MVP. And he's also a very credentialed, very knowledgeable guy on the product area. So he was on the Skype show recently as well. Did a great job there. So thank you for launching this, guys. Looking forward to good things coming from both of these user groups. And I hope that it really helps all the other professionals locally in your area. So, okay, last thing I've got in the browser here. Little preface to this. You can read it before I get into it if you want, but mobile is just becoming more and more important across the enterprise. You have a workforce that is becoming more and more remote, working from various places, people that are road warriors constantly out there, And so many times they prefer a mobile device or a tablet, something that's not quite laptop size, to be more convenient, more fluid in their travels. And along with that, they want the full suite of capabilities that they have on their desktop clients baked into their phones. That's quite a challenge, especially when it comes to a full collaboration suite. IM, audio, video, email, phone. It's just all that stuff being baked into your phone with the same features. That's quite a feat. Luckily, we're getting there, slowly but surely. This announcement was one more step in that direction towards fully enabling our mobile workforce. The Outlook app for the iOS platform, which is arguably one of the most popular platform. The Outlook app has been updated to version 2.3.2, and that brings with it OneDrive for Business and Skype for Business features. So now we've got OneDrive for Business files and Skype for Business meetings just a tap away within that Outlook app. That's powerful. Adding things in there, phone notification, having the ability to just jump into meetings right from Outlook, this whole one tap and go concept is becoming so important to the workforce. It sounds silly, but executives and people that are on a time crunch and just need to get to what they're doing, they're traveling, they're on the road, they don't want to click 2 or 3 times. They don't want to have to dial in. They want to just click done. And that's important, and we're getting there with that. Phone keeps going off. So this is a huge development. Thanks for sharing, Randy. Randy Chapman, another very active member. This is good stuff to know about here. So very, very cool. If you've got a strong iOS presence in your mobile workforce, and I'm sure you do if you have a mobile workforce at all, you might want to have them update their apps, because this is really going to help productivity there. All right, let's go back over to Infinity Screen and then back over to my main window. Good stuff. One more announcement. The Skype show. I think it's episode 6, and I think it's this Monday, June the 6th. GMT, 7 p.m. Going to be a good show. There's going to be Alex Lewis on. He is another Office Servers and Services MVP. Also, 2-time author of the co-author of the Skype for Business and Lync Server Unleashed books. This Skype for Business one should be out very, very soon. So he is, as you can tell, very knowledgeable on Lync and Skype for Business. He works for Event Zero, and I'm sure he'll be talking about reporting and analytics tool that they put out there, UC Commander. Very cool tool, very in-depth feature set. Obviously, a ton of confidence placed in it by Microsoft, as they were the ones that recently purchased the underlying technology of UC Commander to bake into Skype for Business Online. So Alex Lewis will be on the show talking about that. And then they're also going to have, I think it's Umar Kabir. I think I got that name right. From Sonos. He's going to be on there talking. A great vendor to hear from. And so that tune in if you can. Again, 7 p.m. GMT this coming Monday. It'll be live, and if you can't catch it live, then I'm sure you'll be able to catch the replay, and we'll of course share those links. So at any rate, if you can't tell from my eyes here, it's late and I'm starting to drag, so I better wrap this thing up. Thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for putting up with me being late today. Have a safe weekend. I hope you have great weather, better weather than we're having here, and I hope that I will see you once again next Friday for the next Skype for Business recap. Until then, adios.